Hello, my name is Ty, and today I'm going to be making a video talking about the organizations that I have worked for in the past. For more specific, it was the last summer. Throughout this video, I will be introducing to you 3 chapters, which is 4, 7, and 11, talking about attitude, motivation, and leadership, while sharing about my personal experience about the job. Firstly, I would like to give you a brief introduction about the organization. The organization named Le Capo Cafe. It has 4 branches, which are 4 locations. I'm just gonna be talking about the location that I had spent most of my time with, which is 36 Ojiao Street in Hanoi City, a capital of Vietnam. So the size of the organization is it's pretty big actually. It has 4 branches in the big city, which is, I think it costs them a lot of money to maintain 4 branches at the same time. So talking about the size, I would say it's a pretty big organization so far. Vietnam is a rapidly developing country with a variety of business types, and the coffee shop business is one of them. The coffee shop business market is very developing in Vietnam. Many coffee shops with different themes and concepts have been put into operation by many investors. Le Capo Cafe was established in 2022, and this coffee shop opened its first branch at 36 Ojiao, a small street in the center of the capital, which attracts many domestic and foreign visitors every year. And fortunately, thanks to the quality of the service and products, the shop has successfully operated and opened 3 more branches in the city, and it's still in its golden time to this day. I'm pretty sure that you're curious about how good the service and the product quality are that help this cafe expand its business, right? So right now, I would like to share my experiences and what I've learned while I was an employee of the shop. One thing that cannot ignore when it comes to human resource management is leadership. Leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of people to influence and guide followers or members of an organization, society, or team to achieve a certain objectives or goals. So from my organization, Le Capo Cafe, I found this leadership style that they have been maintaining in the organization, which is autocratic. So an autocratic leadership style is one that strictly supervises staff members and is usually focused on output and productivity. For example, in this organization, we have 2 bosses, and they own the cafes together actually. And at first, they train people to become managers, and then after that, they send like about 2 managers to each location to govern the employees, the workers. So for each shift, they would have 1 manager who would supervise the workers during their shifts and keep an eye on them to make sure they provide the best service and the coffee for the customers. Even though this type of leadership style is really helpful for the organization, still I have my own preferred leadership style, which is democratic. Democratic is a mix of openness and authoritarian leadership. Democratic leaders make sure staff members understand the value of their contributions and their opinions are respected. Numerous personalities respond favorably to the leadership style, which also promotes staff involvement. By having this type of leadership, I believe that people Like the worker at the coffee shop would feel more motivated and relaxed at the workplace. And now I'll go into further detail regarding my job history and role within the company after this. More than anything, it will serve as my inspiration and the reasoning behind my decision to take the position. I would say that I was lucky enough to be an official barista of the organization, who mainly contributed to the process of making coffee and beverages. And I have worked for Le Capo for 2 months, even though it was a short period of time, but still, it was one of the best experiences that I have had in my life as my first job. I really didn't need the money at the time, actually, but and the reason is I have a motivation. So motivation was the main contributor to my decision to apply for this job. Motivation is the steps that take into consideration a person's level, direction, and persistence of effort in pursuing an organizational objective. So one thing that motivated me to accept the job is the fact that the job is located on the big streets in the capital. So our organization attracts a lot of foreign visitors, making it an English and Vietnamese talking environment at the same time. And I was really excited because I got a chance to interact with people from all over the world and actually have a chance to practice my English during my shift. And just practicing my English with them just made me feel so motivated. So that's why I decided to get the job. And one more thing that I really like about is the way the organization motivates the employees. So we actually sell bags of ground coffee and tea at the coffee shop, and any individual who successfully advises and sells products to customers will receive a 10% commission for each bag. So this is really motivating me as an individual to come to the customer and talk more and then just be able to sell the product so we can get the commission. And the second thing is every month the owner will give as an additional bonus if that individual reaches the monthly revenue target. So those are the ways of using pay and benefits to motivate employees. They decide what to pay, how to pay, what benefits to offer, and how construct employee recognition program. So I would really recommend you guys to join the company. And a really good thing that I learned during my work and also related to the lesson of chapter 4 is attitudes. This contributed a lot and it mainly explains why I joined this organization and why should you also apply for the job. There are 3 components of an attitude. Cognitive, which is evaluation. For example, the boss and manager are really nice. In my opinion, from my experience, I would have to say so. And the workplace is very positive. So I think this environment is really professional. The second one is affective, which is the feeling inside us. So from those, the managers are nice, and the workers are as well. So I love this environment. That's what I'm feeling. And the last one is behavioral, which is action. I decide to work in this place until I wish to switch. That is my behavioral. To sum up, this assignment helped me recall the knowledge of 3 chapters: leader, motivation, and attitude. And honestly, I feel very happy to share my work experience discussing subject knowledge. And I hope through the video we can have a clearer view of the above concepts and refer to them so we can make the right decision before joining an organization. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for your precious time.